what they will vote for the NDC. Honorable Clenso, squadron leader, yes. Squadron leader Clenso. The time I hear quiet mafia work or catch a ball. Obeshare, oh, I'm a boy heavy, papa.
General, expiring date in the whole.
My mom, yeah, went to my fine. I don't know, severe man and one. And then I'm at Teresa table. A few greater crowd than someone. Echo on a hawk down as a MPP, my they do a catching. Oh, I'm a boy, man.
You try watching pray.
And I'm almost severe man. I know more carry a friend what on chilling. Oh, be that boy. Heavy.
Yeah, no, a chief of defense staff. Good job, Paul.
I say, nah,
because I want PP.
So, yeah, before my boy, no, I say, na constituency now. MPP chairman ni ho. Ese bi ho. Na moko ani abo chairman. Ese da bi.
Moko ye de kopim ne.
Moko ye de be see them me answer. That was the very first time I me Peter Mewu. No, I call London. Let me say this. Time your friend say Nanado Kazi Oyelo Gabi wa cheda ko feel like the man and the trousers green kakrakano.
That's not Peter trying to ponko.
We don't pay in a chair on completed building and didn't quote them. Upa bisa Gabi wa cheda ko sem. Why any question maybe better. That time na Kufama said John Finland about obey the executive secretary. Our GMP. I have known him for years. We have been brothers from day one. Somebody say message in children.
Brothers for life.
It's no matter what, Gabi. Me children baby, but then the trousers green. The case say.
I say, I sorry, they not from me. Jinemuno. Okwane who say yeah.
Oh. It's elections. When at the end of the day, Nana do ye MPP ni no. Okofa Rollins and Danfansa oh. And I will tell you why. Because of the chemso to Rollins, the chemso. Now, Doctor B, the chemso, your friend Boache Dankwa, we so be OT, no a medical doctor, who do airport runabout. Now we come and share hospital no on left. Then Tafobi, when we are so what we call comedy. I just think.
You don't say you could break up.
Yeah,
comedian show no say what you
Daddy Penny, yes say. Why you penny to why am mere to ntimi nko bedwam bebre nko kasa. Na Kufo akotena comedy show ase. Ako head and kwaku ye boy sports presenter. Comedy nko en kwa nensi so no bi am pese obesere. But I saw force ya sere kakra.
Kufo.
Na Kufo na MPP launching manifesto Kufo anko.
Fellow Ghanaians.
A week before class manifesto no.
That's right. Yes. Party, not Ghana.
Moses.
And 74 terminal 3. Now was what the $247 million. Akwaya akukwata yakobrika ba.
Together we will win and Ghana will rise again. What Ghana needs now is change, which will provide long-lasting solutions to the challenges confronting our country.
Jump for the people, cash for the people, cash for the people, jump for the people, jump for the people, cash for the people, cash for the people, jump for the people. Cash for the people, cash for the people. Oh, your food, your pack, your piano. Alanye, Franconie, Alanye, Utuanie, Canada, Comaso. I won't be human for change. Yes, for you know. Oh, so the Canadian now, Ghana will rise again. Ghana, you oh, Ghana is oh, Ghana, Shematiana, Kemba, oh, Ghana, you oh, Ghana is oh, Alan, Afafana, Kemba, Alan, Shematiana, Alan Cash, Alan Shematiana, movement for change, oh, Ghana, you oh, Ghana is oh, Alan Shematiana, oh, Ghana, you oh, Ghana is oh, Alan Afafana, Alan Cash.
I am determined to hear the voice of the people in this movement for change. I invite every Ghanaian citizen to join me in this movement. In particular for the youth of Ghana, this is your chance. This is your chance to take control of power and authority in this country and shape the course of your own future.
All right, yakwaya ya sai aba akasema baye dunsia na fei nondu abo. New force ewo running mate oyoba Dr. Mariam Cressy. Na Tama Guzitando ete ne hofi NDC 2000 nim say Professor John Evans Fifiat Mills Rollins Deneko Aguna Swedro Mango ase koye Swedro declaration. Na Guzitano pe obabi ye friend Mariam Abubakar na kawaye ne running mate ewo 2000. And the woman no sa Mariam Abubakar no obi onim Guzitano bi on friend sesia. Na ne mama ye teacher ni bada ne papa nko school da tiemi ye. Na ne mama ye teacher ni bada ne papa nko school da ye friend Mariam Abubakar. Ena ne mama ne koka kire ne se ne ba ne pa so obema wo Guzitano. Why you running mate there bi. paade foforɔ ma no onye ba so obedi wachi na ne ba no onhye ndc atade de ompene ne ompene china nti ni din mi hu ana okay. Good morning.
Good morning.
Pacho net to say.
Pacho, Pacho ni hoye pa.
Won fe o? Hey!
Thank you.
Cars ni bi yo ho a wo hu a uti say wo car no what ball aso. Hey! Won fe o? The campaign ni ko say.
Pacho ekoyi pa.
Ekoyi pa.
Say yeah, round it up but so far it has been very, very encouraging. Na ye bompa ni say numbers na ehu ye no ebe translating into votes. We dem say ye crowds no organic in the sense that ye embassy obi anko baby a nti baby a obehu say crowds bia edi eji no they are real.
Yeah. But say who Ghana saying then so what new thing in Ampesa Modeba and how are you going to do that?
Okay. There are a lot of challenges.
I'll
just mention a few and then I'll tell you how the new force intends to address them. Bibia obekubia mebuno number one problem any unemployment. Now Debia Mikase se Ghana Statistical Service metrics now omudi 2 out now as at the end of 2023. Omudi unemployment not to just a little above 14%. But say Oshe send your omudi defining employment then you realize say you cannot work with such a figure. Because omu use ILO, International Labour Organization, omu definition. No?
That's right.
I say upe juma within the reference period, which is 1 week. Unye juma just for 1 hour krampona, you are deemed to be employed. Not realistic. You can imagine say, ebia we graduate na unye juma nye. Na what decided say oh maminko jina kwa hona minton blockchain kakra na memfa entwitwa me ho na ya classify or say you are employed. Really I don't work with that figure.
Okay.
Apart from that, you will be a friend vulnerable unemployment.
Vulnerable unemployment.
Yeah, me person say unemployment is very high in the country and we can go by 14.7% na Ghana Statistical Service as at last year. Higher than that. Another thing so vulnerable unemployment. No unemployment employment enye shedanye papa. Who employment so ni contracts. Who employment so ni social security.
That's all in the Musa.
Who employment who ni paid leave. And it will surprise you to know, say, 2/3 of those who are employed in this country fall in that category. So they are under vulnerable unemployment. It is one of the key issues new force addressing. It is a first pillar now, 16 regional industrial revolution. Say we are going to make sure ebenya activity going on. And we share 12 pillars of economic freedom. Now, you share that research around that share resources are every region. I bet me say establishes our industries now, so that the people, the youth in the various regions can get work to do. It's one of the key policies that you implementing and solve the unemployment issue. Now, it will interest you to know, say, this same industrialization is solving one of the key problems we face currently is also the problem of the widening physical gap. Not just a government, the expenditure, no, a some chain, the revenue are in. Nti no ye feel say you expand the employment base through industrialization, government betimi rake in enough revenue so that obeta closes our physical gap no. And this is very important because most of the time, because of physical deficit, no emo ko borrow sika. Nti no another key problem I face wo my and so ne debt sustainability issues.
Okay.
Nti na apart from 16 regional industrial revolution, ade ba so so a eda ye ni so pa ne the setting up of the sovereign wealth fund. Nti yaka say sa fund yi use your reserves, your gold, your oil, your agro reserves. Na they are setting up fund yi, so that instead of every time your financial crisis you be dwane akọ IMF no, we can rather rely on this fund.
Oh, so what it means is that policies now, it is not a matter of just running to the IMF. There should be a homegrown policy, sir. Ever stop us from going to the IMF.
Yes.
Wonderful.
We feel that that is very important because central to our policies, no, economic independence. We share from independence anytime you home battery na ye dwane akọ IMF, na ye dwane akọ World Bank. And these loans always come with conditionalities and austerity measures. Ebini say omubeka say in the name of stabilizing the economy, omubeka say ema government and investing in public sector education and health. Now saying you call IMF, even though unemployment edos wo krom, one of the conditionalities was that yen freeze public sector employment. Any wages, my increase wages in the public sector. In cinema, already bad unemployment situation, no, worse. So what we are saying is that we need to wake up and smell the coffee. Say, sir, Western DC, omunya policies are ebeboye. It is to their benefits. Intino, yakone yakoji sa loans, ya don't forget they are foreign currency denominated loans. Intino, we have to find a way of earning that foreign currency to repay them.
That's right.
So normally what we do is to rely on raw material exports, which is what they want, so that we'll be able to earn the foreign currency to repay our loans. So at the end of the day, we are stuck in this cycle of just focusing on producing raw material that the West wants to earn the foreign currency to pay our loan. So yeah, I'm focusing on transformative industries put here on the path to your economic independence. And nona ama yako IMF, this was the 17th time Trebibia economy no abedu. So we feel that this sovereign wealth fund is going to help us to move away from this Eurocentric economic model adopted.
Wow.
So that we'll be able to invest raw material exports. Yakase
tobacco based on your canon. So in time, the fundamentals now what the economy how strong is our fundamentals?
To be frank, sir, analysis, yes, left, right, center. Academia, analysis, the economy. We at the New Force want to focus on what we have on the country. So that is how we are not about trying to compare this regime, this regime. We are all very much aware of the situation of the country as at the moment. So we want to focus on the message and the policies that.
Maybe that's our question in and say over the years, President Kufuor Ole Foundation, Atta Mills Ele Foundation, Mahama Ele Foundation, Akufo-Addo Wale Foundation, and now so we do not know the foundation of our country. Maybe Ele Foundation Akwakodu. So Moba, are you going to leverage on that and Mokoya the Fufro entirely different, or what is it that you're going to do? So
one of the key policies are Yebaba implement here anyhow. And I'm mentioning, which is the establishment of the sovereign wealth. And I just want to quickly add that we are not reinventing the wheel. Okay. Actually, several countries around the world, they have this sovereign wealth fund. Norway will be, China, Singapore, Omunina will be, even Botswana has it. Omufreno, the Pula Fund. And they fund this with their diamond revenue. Nigeria funds will be, they fund it with their oil revenue. Now, Norway for the that is the biggest sovereign fund in the world. Almost funding with oil revenue. And they say no fund na grow up be see $1.4 trillion.
Wow.
And what they do is that they invest the fund in equity and quasi-equity instruments as well as real estate instruments. And that is what we are saying we should do for this country. Until you set up fund now, setting up an autonomous body devoid of politicians, manage fund, investing fund to create an investment and savings pool for the country.
So any business as usual.
It's not business as usual. So we don't have to be running to the IMF every now and then when we find ourselves in financial crisis.
Wow. Now, your biggest problem, say, especially a year business is the exchange rate. And in 2016, the then vice presidential candidate, the current vice president, the flag bearer of the NPP, Eka said, when the fundamentals are weak, the exchange rate would expose you.
Yeah.
Now, from 3 cedis, 80 pesos, or 4 cedis, now it's 17 cedis, 13 pesos. What's the new forces plan? Every to me a cushion, you see, not always to fall before the dollar.
It will interest you to know, sir, this policy I'm mentioning, this industrialization, a solve apart from unemployment problem, so we set up industries now. We incorporate import substitution industries. It means that you reduce reliance on importation of goods, and that is one of the major causes of your weakening currency, because the demand for forex, I am more than Yankasa Yesika, because the economy is import dependent. Into so you set up industries, now you incorporate import substitution industries. Produce most of the name na you import na ama the exchange rates are stabilized. So it is also one of the major policies to say a bit me addressing exchange rate depreciation problem.
What can unemployment between the ages of 15 and possibly 35 or 40? And Matt said one can say what society name, one Akko school, one Enco school, one where Juma. How are you going to help remold the future of the Ghanaian woman?
Okay, let me say the women of this country form like more than 50% of the workforce of this country. And, at the new force, women are at the center of all the policies that we seek to implement. We cannot do anything without the women. So, industrialization, industries, there are lots of opportunities for women. Packaging, supply, there are so many opportunities without the women, because they are a major part of the workforce of this country. Sector of this country are more than 70% of the GDP of this country. And they are at the center of the policies that the new force seeks to implement.
We want to thank you for your time this morning. It's an honor to have you on our show. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for having me.
All right. Mami, Dr. Mariam Maj, Chris, vice presidential candidate, Emma Force, Emma the new force now. Cheddar. Bibio. Now after yet to me atu adwumedi ne so yeah na ya wa ba si ya ba ya be ya de foforo